That's how you switch drivers. So now I can watch these two go at it. Hello folks, welcome to Netcruzer RC. All right, VRC Pro at Neo 3 for week 4 of the Ontario Off-Road Racing Club. I've just finished my 5 mains. I qualified for the D main this week, and I came real close to winning it, but just didn't happen. Oh no, someone just dropped me down to 3rd. Man, Jonathan Gagnon just knocked me down to 3rd. Just as I was hitting record, I was in 2nd place. All right, well, good job, John. He races locally with us. Anyway, here's my 5 runs. I'm not going to show you my race because honestly, it's a D main, and much of how I was driving hasn't really changed all that much. I was able to get into the 33-second laps, but not much beyond that. And I had a couple bad marshals, so that's how I landed. What I would like to show you, though, is a couple things I learned specifically about the view that you have. In all of my last video, we were watching it from this view, rostrum 1. And so that's position 1 on the driver's stand. So as you're coming around here, you can see, here's a good example, this kind of view. So this is from position 1. If you hit F3, then you cycle through your positions. This is driver stand 2, position 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you see as you're moving your way down the pit row, how it changes. In position 1, I found it particularly difficult to see that far corner as well as some of the other edges. And I found that position 3 or 4 actually ended up being a better view. So I've just set it to position 3 right now. And this is the one that I like the most, is position 3, because it gives you a better view of this inside section. And then when you get through here, and you get up the steps area, also from that position there, you can see more of a lay of the land about how that drops off. And then in here, you can tuck in right where that chair is. So you can see how I move positions, how much the chair moves. So from position 1, that's where it was before. I like it in position 3 or 4. And then if you can just keep going, and it would get significantly a little bit more difficult if you were in position 10. If you're in position 10, it looks really weird as you're coming around. This is obscured. You can't see that. Then you're doing your straightaway position down at you. And then look at what happens when you get in here. It's just, everything just feels off. You would get used to it. It's like the real thing, where as you move in positions, your viewpoint changes. But in here, you can see how that's very odd. So when you're approaching that section, you wouldn't be able to see this corner as well. Anyway, just something I wanted to mention. So that's by pressing F3 when you're in rostrum view, and this probably works from any of the other positions too. Let me try position, follow D, follow S. Whoa, there is an FPV view. Oh my goodness! I'm gonna make you guys sick. Holy, whoa, whoa. Oh, I could not drive like that. That's wild. Okay.
You must press the space bar.
Interesting. Anyway, so yeah, F3 to change camera position from your, and F2 is to change camera view. All right, let's watch an A main. I want to show you the A main for this week, but there's 43 minutes left. And when I go into watch mode and I choose the A main, I can select these drivers, but these 3 have not ran yet. So I'm going to wait those 43 minutes until the event ends, and then we'll record the A main with all 10 drivers. All right, the A main should be finished now. It's just past 11 p.m., so let's go into the event and watch the main replay. All right, here we go. The A main race for April 24th, 2020 is loading.
Welcome to this track. Enjoy your racing.
This is at Neo 3, a 10-minute main. This is the A main drivers, the top 8, I believe, registered in. So here downloaded all of their replays, and we'll get to watch their race. I'm just going to let it go on its default camera view because I'm not really good enough with controlling the camera yet, but we'll just let it play through, and should be good. This is going to show you their starting position, and we'll watch their race.
5, 4, 3.
All right. They will be able to drive through each other because they're all kind of ghost replays, so they'll be able to see what their lines are like versus each other, and we'll have to watch these first 3 to see how close they are to actually trying to jockey for position throughout this race. So it's Andrew Bukar who's in the pole position, and I do believe that he stays there for the majority of the race. Did a little whip in the air, and there we go. Race has started. Huh. The fast guys are all taking the straightaway section. I should have realized that that would be faster doing that. Interesting. So they're not using the jumps at all. Very tight in there. Nice and smooth. Up over this. That line doesn't seem very tight. In here, hitting this jump is very important. You have to, that is where you can lose a lot of time. If you overshoot that jump into the corner, you lose a lot of time. And yeah, everyone is avoiding those jumps in the A main. Very interesting. I should have watched an A main replay before I did my last couple of runs in my D main, because I could have used a couple seconds a lap for sure. Man, he's got quite the gap on the pack. So Bukar's got a couple of second lead. I'm just going to switch here to... Oh, that changes camera view. And we'll go back to automatic camera view. Is this driver positions? Oh, it's more cameras. Go back to automatic camera. We're about a quarter way through the race, and he has not made any mistakes yet. He's extremely clean racer. So this will be his, what it looks like from his driver's position. This is a driver stand view, I do believe. So he's doing, that was a 30.9 second lap. No, his best is lap 3, the 30.9 seconds. That was a 31.4 second lap. Wow, he's 3 seconds ahead of me every lap. That's a lot. That's how you switch drivers. So now I can watch these two go at it, because I'm pretty sure Bukar wins this. He's way out ahead of the group. I think he's up a whole half a lap on them by the end. So let's watch these two fight it out. See how they do. Dylan versus Schufeld. Good clean runs. Oh, nice save. Nice save. You can go wide. So yeah, you can keep your speed up by going wide and avoiding the jumps. Interesting. Okay, let's see how Joe Glover's doing. He is in 4th position. Joe Glover is a very clean driver. I personally know him. He is super fast. When he shows up at the track, he's in the A main every time. Like, he's very fast. On-road and off-road, actually. All right, good clean runs. I'm going to watch how Kevin does. Kevin is also another local racer for my area, so I want to watch a couple of his laps since he made it into the A main. That's pretty awesome that we've got three of my local drivers. Oh, Joe Glover just moved it up to the third. That's great. Kevin Tyler's currently in fifth. Zufelt in seventh. And Andrew Buchar is still in first place with 10 laps. Nice. Okay. Let's see if Glover and the Schufelt guy are still right on top of each other. I think this is the race to watch, is these two here. They are very close to each other almost every lap. For the past 3 or 4 laps, they've been right on each other, less than a second apart. So I do like watching a good battle. That's great. Nice A-main battle here between Glover and Schufelt. Nice tight corner there. Wow. Whoa! Schufelt with the big mistake. Oh, no. Oh. Rough. Okay. Let's see if anyone's near Fillion. Sorry, I keep pronouncing his name wrong. Dan Fillion. And Andrew Buchar is still way out in front. Oh, he's a good half a lap ahead now. Oh, no. A couple seconds. There's Buchar or Fillion was just catching up here. So there's the gap between first and second. And we are 64% through this race. Okay, let's jump to the very last driver. This is Michael Zufelt. He's the position 7 in the A-main. But he's not far off these two. A couple of mistakes by them, and he could reel them in. And then the only other driver we haven't looked at is this D. Placido. So let's watch him for a minute. He's all yellow, just like Zufelt is. So those two cars look very similar on track. Ooh, getting caught on all the pipes. Yikes. All right, Zufelt's reeling him in because he just made 2 mistakes there. So see if Zuf can reel him in a bit. This is the rear position at 6 and 7. Feel like they're getting closer. So last gap, they were, I'm not sure how to read that, 3.43 versus a 3.5. So I think Zufelt was 3.43 seconds behind. Let's see if that's different now. He is now 2.65 seconds behind. So he moved up almost a full second. Michael Zufelt trying to move up in position to 6th. And how's Joe Glover's doing? He's just passed his straight line now. He's 3.7 seconds behind Fillion. Fillion is 7 seconds behind Andrew Buchar. So Andrew Buchar is in a tidy lead right now. So we'll see here when he crosses the line this time how much of a gap there is. He's about to get a lap up on Zufelt. All right, so when Dan Fillion crosses the line, we'll get to see if he's improving or falling off Buchar's pace, and he is falling back 8.3 seconds. So we can watch these numbers up here that tells us how the drivers are doing, if they're getting a little bit slower or faster versus the person that's ahead of them. That's what these seconds mean. Pretty cool. I do love all these stats that there are, and I believe they stay up on the server forever. You could download an old event and watch this, see how racers did. It's pretty awesome that this is built into this game. So the race time just passed 10 minutes, but I didn't hear any announcer speaking. We're on 18 laps. Buchar's on 18 laps. I believe it's just about finishing now. So Buchar's going to come around here for his 19th lap, and that should end it because race time is at a 10:16. Yep, everyone's finishing right now. So that was it. That was the A-main race. So there we go. Andrew Buchar with 19 laps at 10:23 versus Fillion, 18 laps 10:01, and then everyone else behind. 3 seconds later, then Joe Glover. 5 seconds later, Jim, and so on. All right, guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you're new on here, subscribe. If you want to talk to me, leave a comment down below. And as always, thanks for watching.